Hey, welcome back to a little behind-the-scenes vlog of our recording of our church service. You may hear some music in the background. So because we can't gather, we try to do live, but we didn't like the way that the music sounded live. And so, a little secret, we've been pre-recording what we do. And so we are recording Easter this morning, and I'm going to show you some behind-the-scenes of what we're using and what we're doing, and then talk about it later. So hope you enjoy some behind the scenes of our pre-recorded Easter church worship service. All right, so let me take you now to what's actually going on. I'm going to start at the front of house, even though we are in the auditorium, but we moved everything to the front so we can be close to the stage. There's no live PA to what we're doing. Everything is going through a Midas M32, which I'll take you to. So everything's going through this Midas M32, and we're mixing specifically for going into the switcher, the video switcher, and we're using the Roland V8 HD. It's a pretty new switcher that just came out, so we're using that, and so we're mixing for that. We have these Turbo Sound 15s and a sub from Turbo Sound just to kind of give us a feel what's going to sound like. And then it's also the Midas is going into the switcher, but also from the Midas we're recording out to a MacBook Pro laptop that our drummer, Jay Derwin, he is the one who's actually mastering it for us. And so here's a little last week's church worship, and here's a little video showing the difference between our broadcast mix, don't judge us, and what he did mastered. So for our lighting, we're using the Titan Mobile, the Avalites Titan Mobile that we're using to control our lights. And our lights are a little bit different. We're not using any of our main house lights that we have hanging through trusses. We set up a whole nother system, and I will walk you up to the stage and show you that. So what we did, we took some trusses that we had on side the stage, and what we're doing is simply running those as a little tiny front wash. And so those are those lights right there, and we got two on each side. And then for side lights, we're using some old PAR 38s, some tungsten lights, and that you can see right here. And that's just giving us some side lights going into the musicians. And then we got some LED mega tripod, just kind of give them some ambient color. But the main lights that we're using are these Imperial X4 lights. They can fan, they can move, and we have two. So that's one, and then we got another one down here. And then down here we got some Q40 Chauvet maybe, something like that. And then for the LED wall, these are ROE, some row LED wall, and they're stacked two, so we have two panels per column, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 panels for the LED wall. Now today was our first Sunday to actually use that LED wall, and I just want to give a shout out to my brother, Marvin Simon. He's my brother from another mother. He kind of allowed us to rent the stuff from him, and so we're using this to record. And then for cameras, what we're doing is we have our camera 1 and 2, which is a Canon C100 Mark IIs, and then our camera 3 shot is a Canon EOS R, and then we have another static shot which is on our SERT slider that we're using for behind the drums to kind of give a slick shot. And then we have a roaming camera, which is a Sony a7 III that's wireless HDMI using the Teradek Ace system. It's a brand new wireless system from them, and I love it. I didn't know how it was going to compare to the Bolt. I've only used the Bolt, but the Ace is actually really good. And then our 6th camera that we're using today is a C300 Mark II that is on the Easy rig that we had wired up to Greg, and Greg Marshall was running that, and that was BNC connected to the switcher. Again, that switcher is a Roland V8 HD. So that's some behind the scenes of what we're actually doing. It's a big production for a small recording, but it's working for who we are and what we're doing. So hope you enjoy the behind the scenes of what we at Victory Worship Center is doing. Again, I'm always available to chat if you have questions about your production, about your live stream, or any of our equipment. We may do a video on the actual music equipment you're using, how we run our guitar amps and stuff like that. So let me know if you're interested in that type of video. If not, I will see you next time. Enjoy the quarantine.